Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah Shepard. I'm the Director of Employer Relations at Mercy University. Um, in employer relations, we're responsible for hosting career fairs, so we wanted to teach you how to work the virtual fair we have coming up. We have a couple people with us here to co-present, so if you guys would like to introduce yourself.
Sure. Thank you so much, Sarah. My name is Galen Ronde. I work alongside Sarah in employer relations. I work with the healthcare and wellness career communities, as well as human services, law, government, and education. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Galen. My name is Mariana Yerby, and I'm a career coach in the Manhattan campus, and I also lead our EPIC Career and Curriculum Initiative. And I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
Jaylene, want to say hi?
Hi, everyone. So I'm a career coach and I work closely with the human service, government law, and education. Thank you all for joining.
Okay. I did say I was going to share my screen before and didn't, so here I go. Okay.
All righty. So key topics for our discussion in our workshop today will be updating your resume, researching companies that will be in attendance, creating your schedule so that you're able to meet with the employers and their representatives, walking through how to do that, elevator pitch, so something that you can say to kind of make the conversation move more smoothly, to highlight yourself and your skills. We will be going over tips for the day of the fair, as well as professional etiquette, how to stay organized and send thank you emails to the employers after meeting with them. And then we will review the employers and jobs list. All of these things should help you feel more confident in approaching the fair.
All right. So thank you, Galen, for outlining what we're going to do. The first thing that we want to remind you of is to have an updated version of your resume. If you're not sure if it's updated, take a look at it. We usually recommend you update it every semester, every semester or a year at least. It depends on what you've been doing, but things change rapidly. So you want to make sure it's current and it's the best version of yourself. We recommend always you keep it clear, concise, one page, and for the most part. And we want to make sure you have it updated and approved on Handshake so employers can see it. For this to happen, you actually have to set it as visible on your profile. If you're not sure how to do that, we will help you. Just send us a note and we will make sure it is. We can confirm it is, or we can show you how to do it. This is the only way employers will see your resume if you set it to visible. So make sure you go in Handshake, you look at your resume, and you click off visible. Before you do that, make sure it's updated, of course.
Okay, thank you, Mariana. So I briefly mentioned employers and jobs list on the second slide. We'll go through that a little bit more in depth later, but this will be very important during the fair. You can access it virtually and keep it virtually during the fair, or you can print it out. I would suggest marking it up, whether that be color coding, highlighting, just pencil or pen, to kind of check to see who will be there, decide on the employers of interest to you, the jobs that are of interest to you. And then also I would do some research on their website. In addition to the employers and the jobs that are listed, do their benefits seem to be something that are appropriate for you? Does their employer's mission match your passions? Things of that nature will be helpful for you to ask questions, as well as highlight your skills while you are speaking to employers, okay?
Thank you. Okay, and the next thing that's really important to do is creating your schedule for the day, but before the actual fair. So that's the one difference with a virtual career fair versus an in-person. You really want to set your meetings ahead of time, and you can do that from now until the fair day. So once you hit that register button, you should be able to see all the employers that have sessions open. So there are two options usually. But it depends on what the employer has chosen. There is one option where an employer chooses to do a group session where you it's 30 minutes long. You pop in to learn about their opportunities, maybe their organizational culture, benefits. It's a longer session. And the other sessions are one-to-one sessions. So that's just you and one of the recruiters from that company. And those are each 10 minutes long. So setting your schedule for the day is really important because that is the way you get to meet employers. If you do not create your schedule and sign up for these sessions, you will not be able to actually meet with the employers day of. But we will go through that when we show you. I would also like to note that if you go to register and you're going to sign up for sessions and you see an employer that you're really interested in, and they don't have any sessions available, check back later because some of the employers have not yet created their schedules, which means it would look like there's no sessions available, but that could change. And while I wouldn't encourage it, you could also schedule yourself for sessions the day of the fair, but I would say try as early as you can to sign yourself up for those slots. Does anybody have any questions so far? You can put them in the chat or unmute. Okay.
How do I, sorry, how do I register for a meeting with the, for the sessions?
Sure. So once you hit register in Handshake, then it will show you the list of employers and the sessions that they have open. And then you just kind of hit, claim this spot, or I don't know the exact verbiage, but it should say something like, schedule this meeting. Is there a particular employer that you were looking at and you didn't see any sessions? And you are muted. I don't know. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, it was just a general question. Thank you.
Okay. Great. So yes, it should, I just don't know the exact verbiage. But yes, you should be able to just claim each spot as they're available. Okay. And then another note is to make sure you put on your own calendar what time your sessions are so you don't actually miss them. Because then the employer will think that you didn't show up to meet with them. Okay, great. Now we have a walkthrough, so I'm going to stop sharing for a second. This is going to show you kind of how it looks the day of the fair. Because you can't see that right now.
Everyone, today we're going to show you how to sign up for sessions for the upcoming career fair. As you can see, I'm already signed in the Handshake. So what you're going to want to go to day of is you're going to click on events, career fair. This will be the career fair you do click on, but today we're going to show you through our test fair. Now, we do have to schedule sessions, so we're going to click on available sessions. And we're going to schedule a one-on-one. And we'll take this time, and we will confirm with the employer. Now you can see on the right side of the screen, it says your sessions happening now. So I'm going to shut off my camera so we can see what it looks like when we log in. There I am again. Now I can test my video, make sure that's working. I'm currently using my audio through Zoom, but you would want to make sure your audio is working. If you get up to this part and it isn't working, I do recommend checking your browser. I highly recommend to use Chrome. If you don't have Chrome as an option, Firefox is the second best bet. Do not use Internet Explorer. It's not going to work. So now we're going to click join now. And here we are. Now we're on our one-on-one session with our employer.
Yes, hi, thank you.
Okay, let me get out of that.
I take my shot
Sorry.
and
Okay, any questions about the walkthrough or anything like that right now? Okay, wonderful. Let me share again. Okay, so now we're going to do a really helpful exercise, in my opinion. It's about your elevator pitch. I will tell you about your elevator pitch and then we'll pause the recording so you can practice with us if you want without the pressure of being recorded. So what is an elevator pitch? The idea behind an elevator pitch is you walk into an elevator and behind you walks the CEO of the company you are in love with and absolutely want to work for. You don't have any time to think about how to summarize yourself professionally. So you want to have this prepared at any given time. This is how you introduce yourself when you first join that one-on-one session with an employer, or in the group session, if you're asked to introduce yourself, this is how you would do it as well. So that really should include your name, your class level and major at Mercy College, your short-term or long-term career goal, whichever one you choose, and any experiences you might have that support that goal. So that can be volunteer experience, that can be internship experience, that can be work experience, and then academic projects or accomplishments. So, okay, sorry, there's someone at the door. We have a lot of activity in the office today. Sorry about that. Okay, so that is the summary of your elevator pitch. I'll provide a few examples and then again, I'll pause the recording and everybody can take about 2 minutes to write their elevator pitch. This way you're ready to talk to employers next Thursday. Okay, so here are some examples. My name is Sarah Shepard. I'm a senior at Mercy College, majoring in behavioral science. My goal is to work in social service with children in foster care. I enjoy helping people and have volunteered at a food pantry for the past 5 years. Another example, my name is Sarah. I'm a junior at Mercy College, majoring in nursing. I'm interested in working with the geriatric population. I have personal experience caring for my grandmother for the past several years. So as you can see, it doesn't have to be work experience. It can really be anything that has made you want to go down this career path. Okay, so I'm gonna pause the recording. If I can figure it out. Not showing me. Okay.
I've started it again.
Thank you. Great.
I'll take this slide. So now a little bit of more technical things, because it's going to be a virtual fair. We want to make sure your technology is working properly and also you look professional. Again, it's not a full body look, but we want to make sure you're dressed professionally and you look well groomed, and that more importantly that your camera is on. So you know, for this type of meeting, you're going to have 10 minutes with an employer. You really want to come off again as professional. I want to make sure you have eye contact with the employer and you turn your camera on. So for that, make sure that you're dressed professionally. So for this, no hoodies, no sports attire, basically. So try to look as polished as you can, at least from the waist up. So clean, well pressed. If you have to iron it, make sure you do that, and make sure it looks like you've planned for this, right? You're just not running, in the subway, getting out of the subway and holding your camera on your hand, but try to use a quiet space. Try to make sure your surroundings are not distracting. Avoid any back noise if you can, as much as you can. So again, it looks like you've planned it. You're not just holding your phone, walking somewhere to meet an employer. And then that's it. Also make sure your technology is working properly. So what the video alluded to in the beginning, make sure your audio and video is working. You can test your video as the person did in the recording. Make sure your video is working before you actually started. And yeah, as it was also mentioned, make sure you use Chrome, if not Firefox, but stay away from Explorer to avoid potential problems.
Thank you, Mariana. Okay, so we've successfully navigated the fair. It is over now. I'm going to refer again to the employers and jobs list because we will need it again. Hopefully you've highlighted or color coded the jobs that you're interested in, the employers you're excited to meet with, the representatives that you're speaking with, because it can be easy to get distracted or confused in regards to what's going on. There's only 10-minute sessions. However, once the event is over, it will be good to contact these employers, representatives, just to thank them for their time. It doesn't have to be lengthy, can be very brief, but it will help them to know that you're interested in the position, even if they don't have a current position available for you. But if you're interested in their organization, you can let them know that you'll be looking out for future positions, and it can be the difference of you getting an interview or not. Employers will be impressed to know that you've reached out to them. Thanking them personally for their time. And you never know what connections you can make or opportunities that can come of that. So I would suggest reading the list, holding on to it tight. We'll go through that in a minute, and it should help you go through things a little bit easier.
Stopping sharing so I can get that list up. Okay, can everyone see that? Great.
Alrighty. So everything is here. You can access the fair if you're going to keep this list virtually through the link at the top, mercy.joinhandshake.com. Please make sure that you register and sign up for your group sessions and one-on-one sessions so that you're able to meet with students. With employers. So on the left side, we have the organizations that will be present. Is 30, give or take, that will be here virtually to meet you. They are listed in alphabetical order all the way down to the bottom. Underneath the organization name, we have the website that will help you access their careers page and just their website in general so that you can do your research prior, okay? Next to that, to the right, the second column, we have the open positions that they have let us know that they're currently recruiting for. So look through those, see which ones interest you. On their website, you can take a look at the job descriptions so that if you have any questions or any things that you want to highlight about the specific positions, you're able to do so during your meeting with the employer. After that, to the right, we have broken down the companies and positions that they have by career communities. So whichever career community is relevant to you, they may overlap, but we've highlighted that to kind of make it easier for you so you can identify who you want to meet with. Because there are 30 employers that are going to be there, you may not have an opportunity to meet with all of them. So this is a opportunity to kind of prioritize. If you do have employers that you haven't gotten to meet with after their fair, you can contact us or we can get you their contact information. But I would try to organize this in the best way that you can so that you can get everything that you need from them during this 2-hour period, okay?
May I jump in with one note? Sorry.
Absolutely. No.
Just if you don't know your career community, it's usually tied to your major. So if we had health science, you would be in the healthcare and wellness community. If we have any business majors, you'd be in business and accounting. Any social and behavioral science within that school would be this human services, government law, and education. And anyone doing any of our media studies programs or liberal arts, technology, communications would be here. So sorry, I just wanted to explain that. Will I go to the second page, Galen? Shall I?
Oh, sure. Just
So
if you
this is
want
just
to,
further, I'm sorry, go ahead.
you're good.
Okay, so this just is more of the list. It's 5 pages of employers, the positions they're recruiting for. You just kind of follow along with your community. So I did notice 2 of the students that were in here were in the health and wellness community. So you would just find your employer by looking for this orange icon and then going, okay, they have positions relevant to my major, give or take. And let's go on to the 3rd page. We will email this out to everyone as well, so you'll have your own copy. And 4. We have a lot of interest from our human services, government, law, and education employers. And that's the last page. The reason this list is helpful is because you might not know what an employer does or what kind of industry they're in. And you might find that there are positions that are relevant for you. You would not have guessed just from first glance. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. Did you want to add anything, Galen?
That was wonderful. Thank you. I was just going to say there are some organizations that list many. It is because they have a lot of opportunities that would give you an opportunity to visit their websites to kind of look at that to see if you can highlight any that are particularly of interest to you.
Perfect, thank you. And that is the end of our formal presentation. I'm going to stop the recording.